was telling us about her father brought in the very first seed herd of bighorn sheep here to this area. So if you notice up in right around Glen Erie, there's it's called Bighorn Sheep Canyon. You'll see that there's a lot of sheep up there, and her family helped introduce that into this area. In addition to that, her daughter Ruth is here. Ruth has been handling us coming in and out in the gift shop as well. And in addition to that, we want to recognize one special person who, for car people, is really, really important, and that is the cook and the chef. So, Leanne, is Jess here? Jess, the cook? Can we bring him out? Are you Jess? Jess, we want to thank, yes, we want to thank you. The food was amazing. Everyone give her a round of applause. She woke up at 4:30, so just to be here to help service. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Food was amazing. Thank you. All right, have a great day. Happy New Year. Just real quick, finishing up that the Flying W Wranglers, which perform up here on stage, and I can't believe it. This is actually one of my life dreams, is being able to be up here on the Flying W Wrangler stage, which is pretty cool. But they are the second oldest. The performers here are the second oldest Western singing group in the entire world. To give you an idea when they perform. They also had the very first woman wrangler that was performing as well.
So we have some good stuff to go over real quick, but before we get started with all of that, I wanted to go over our incentive programs that we have available.
Congratulations on joining an award-winning team, and we look forward to an exciting future with you on our team. Come on, get once again, one of our top performers in our company. In 2020, Sean Moore was the Appearance Center top producer. He produced 2,200 hours, which is virtually the same performance as he had in 2019, except we were closed for 1 month. So he did the same performance that he did the previous year, won the top producer. He came back in 11 months. He did the same performance of 2,200 hours. Wow. Sean, you're an incredible craftsman. Thank you for everything you do for our company. We appreciate it. Patrick Spall. Patrick, can you come up?
It's all gangster.
So Patrick,
how are you doing, man?
199 vehicles last year. Yeah. Last month. You know, we had a little outside. But he had, Patrick sold in the year 2020, 199 vehicles. He sold 10 more vehicles than last year, even though we were closed for 1 month. So 11 months, he beat what he did the previous year. And you were also the top performer 2019, right? And he was also the top performer in 2019. So Patrick, incredible job. You brought so much to our company, and we'll be talking about you in just a minute.
Good job, gang.
Ray joined our team about a year ago, and right after he joined our team, COVID hit. And Ray was one person, we kept trying to figure out how things would work, we're trying to do online sales. And I'll never forget, Ray was one person that kept volunteering and said, look, I'll show up, I'll be there, I'll do what it takes. And you persevered through so much. And he ended up selling 110 vehicles. You provide now a lot of leadership on the import store. You're a consistent performer, and I just love seeing you every day, because the nice thing is that you're always working, and you're always performing, and you're always leading on the team. So thank you, Ray. Patrick, could you come up? We already talked about Patrick. He sold 199 cars, so he is the company-wide 2020 Salesperson of the Year. Okay, so next we want to recognize Andrew McMOAG. Andrew.
Get out of here.
Is the company, he's the All-Make Service Technician of the Year 2020, and also is the Technician of the Year. I think you've had Technician of the Year, I kept trying to count, but I think it's been 7 or 8 years in a row that he's been Technician of the Year. So here's his success story. Andrew McMOAG did 3,113 flag hours. That means that he did 800 more flag hours than last year, even though we were closed for a month. So if you take 800 divided by 40 is how much, Beth? You're the CFO. She has a mask on and I can't hear her from here, but it's an awful lot. Yeah, I mean, it's 20 extra days. Yeah, 20 extra days worth of work. So, Andrew, again, incredible job. Thank you very much. Everyone, give him a round. We have a person that we had up here on stage before, and we want to bring up Ben Elliott. Ben, would you please come up? So Ben is our 2020 Joe's Car and Truck Repair Technician of the Year. Did about 2,000 hours. We were talking about that, and the 2,000 hours that he performed that is over 12 or over 11-month period. So he did the same amount of work, and that normally would take an average technician 12 months to do. He did that amount of work in 11 months, and this is the eighth time, 8 year in a row, I think it is. Okay, so 8 years, 8th time that he's been Technician of the Year. So give Ben a round of applause. We have somebody that's near and dear to everyone's heart, and that is Erica. Erica, would you please come up? So Erica is also a multi-top performer of the year. She is the BDC top producer. She had 955 shown appointments, 267 cars sold. She did 100 more appointments and 25 more sales than last year, even though we were closed for a month. So again, the same thing. And you look at this and the amount of incredible work that we've had, an incredible team. And for if you're just joining our team, this exemplifies the incredible staff that we have and the teammates that we have. So Erica, congratulations for being the BDC top producer. So we sent out ballots. We asked you to vote on who you would recognize as the Employee of the Year for each department. So the first department that you wanted to recognize as being one of the best departments that we have. Every department is very important. This department is one that just keeps producing and doing a wonderful job, and that's our Appearance Center. And you all voted, and you wanted to recognize Sean Moore. Sean, would you please just a sec, we need to load this up. Sean, I want you to turn around, and these are all the comments that they said about you. You can see it fills up the entire page, and let me just talk about a couple of the highlights. Some of the few highlights, I didn't want to read them all because it would take forever, but the first of all is Sean is awesome. He knows his stuff. What an amazing personality. He is steady Eddie. He keeps all the cars looking great and nothing impacts him. He's been here all year, sends in referrals, gets top performer more than half the time, and he's been with us for years, grinding it through. Each vehicle he touches, he makes sure that it is perfect. Sean is always willing to help, even when he's busy. He goes and beyond. And Sean is always doing his best. So congratulations, Sean. Employee of the Year is Patrick Small. Patrick.
Thanks for doing that, buddy.
So Patrick, just now I'll get these to you a little bit later on. So turn around. Look at all these comments, what everybody said about you. Wow. At the same time, I'm just going to cover just a few. And that is just a few of the comments, and this is what your peers said about you. I always see Pat with a positive attitude, or at least trying to make the situation positive. Pat always gets things done in a timely manner. He's a consistent performer and always challenging himself. Patrick is always cheerful, and the numbers don't lie. As a new hire from the import store, when I come down for looking for a car truck, Patrick always has a great attitude. He's always asking how he can help me to learn the ropes. He's Mr. L.A. His energy is through the roof. Top sales most every month. He's a team player. Tenure continues to grow with us. He's a very valuable asset. Eric is right on his heels. It was a tough decision with such great people. Top sales guy deserves to be rewarded. He set the bar high for all of us. So Patrick, congratulations on the Truck Town Employee of the Year. Car and Truck Repair Employee of the Year, we wanted to recognize Mike Lester. Mike? Michael, congratulations. So, here, let me take a picture with you real quick. So Michael, I went to your turnaround, look at all the comments that they said about you, your peers, and I'm going to hit some highlights. Mike has really come a long way in the past year. He's a solid team player and produces for the store. Mike always is on top of his stuff. He's teaching me a lot. Mike can fix anything. Is that what I just said? Word. He puts forth a lot of effort to make sure vehicles are done in the time frame promised. Mike is a very hard worker and puts in the hours to get the job done. He does all he can to support the company, and he's works very hard and has good productivity. So, Mike, we want to congratulate you on the Joe's Car and Truck Repair Employee of the Year. So give him a round. The administration. What do we have, right? The Administration Employee of the Year, once again, goes to Nancy Atencio. Nancy. Nancy, we'll get a picture here in a minute, but I want you just to kind of stand back if you would. Here's all the comments that they said about you. Literally, it's 2 pages long. And Mike, I'm not sure if we can fit them all on here or not. But there's
No, this is page 1. I just want to give her a minute.
and page 2. Okay. We'd be here till lunch, and if I could read that, let me just hit the highlights. They're talking about Nancy, and this is what you said. Nancy is, she's the best. If I ever need help, she's always there, even if it's not her job. She is simply amazing. The entire admin team is fantastic, but I feel at times Nancy has one of the hardest jobs in the dealership, and without fail, she's always willing to assist in any way that she can. Nancy is the best. Nancy is the backbone of the dealership, someone you can always count on to shoot you. Oh wait, shoot you straight. I'm sorry. Someone you can always count on to shoot you straight. She's funny. I hope she can stay here 20 more years. Woo! She is on top of her game each day. She makes sure that we're all getting paid on time. Woo, woo. Yeah. Any questions, she always has the answer. Nancy wears many hats for the company, but the most important one is the care and handling of our team and staff. I can always count on Nancy to think reasonably no matter what comes her way, and she's always a devoted champion to our team. I appreciate the calm and reasonable viewpoint to ground the situation. Nancy is the rock. During the pandemic, she put in so much work to keep all our systems going, and I thought this was pretty cool. Finishing is Nancy always takes care of us whether or not the problem is our fault. So thank you very much, Nancy, as the admin 2020 admin employee of the year. So thank you. The BDC Mall. So the BDC and Mall Department Employee of the Year goes to Erica Redmond. Erica, would you please? So Erica, here's what your coworkers said about you. By the way, Erica, if you could turn around. Here's all the comments that they said, and I'll get those to you a little bit later on, all right? But let me just cover a couple of highlights. This is what your coworker said about you. Erica's amazing with her follow-up and always asks me about her appointments and makes sure I'm on top of my follow-up game. Erica represents McCloskey in the nicest way. Erica always helps me out, as well as helps me build my career with giving me advice and training on the phones. Erica is a rock star. Who else is more reliable than her? Nobody. Erica always acts with professionalism, and that is a must for any great BDR. So Erica, congratulations on your Employee of the Year award. So get a picture with you real quick. The Import and 4x4 Sales Department Employee of the Year goes to Michael Martinez. Michael, can you come up? So Michael, look at all these comments that they said about you.
Amazing.
Look at all that. So I'm going to cover just a couple of the highlights, okay? And then I'll get the rest of this to you so you can hear. But I think it's important that you hear a few things that they said. So Mike, this is what, by the way, one of your teammates said. Mike never stops. He's always willing to help and wants to be the best at his craft. He helps to park vehicles if we're busy. We'll clean them for delivery, even if it means staying late, and will help us going above and beyond, helping us do more than just his job. Mike is always supportive and always is there for a laugh. Mike is always willing to help out. He goes above and beyond and completes tasks in a timely manner. He works hard every day, running around and doing multiple tasks, and always tries to help with more than asked. Mike is one of the hardest workers I've ever worked with. He takes such pride and ownership in what he does. Mike is the man. Anything you ask of him, he's right on top of it, no matter which store he's at. He has a can-do attitude. He's not afraid to step up and make sure things get done when it comes to sanitizing of the store, to getting cars moved for the lot display. He gets cars cleaned for delivery, diesel tests done, spare keys, separated buyer's guides on vehicles, so we're all in compliance. And finally, with Mike, one thing I wanted to be sure and highlight, somebody said, anything you need help with, he always will help you. So congratulations, Michael, on your important 4x4 Sales Department Employee of the Year. Congratulations. Next, we have the Parts Department Employee of the Year goes to Brian Kickoff. Brian. Everybody else, we want to point out, these are all the comments that they said about you as well. These are what your teammates said. And like I told the others, I'll make sure and share this with you later on today, so you'll have it. But I thought it would be really important for you to hear what some of the highlights. And this is what your teammates said about you. Brian is knowledgeable, attentive individual who has taken a parts counter position and made it his own. The brains. Sorry. He's very dedicated and thorough. If you're not on top of your game, he will follow up with you to advise parts are on the shelf and what the heck is going on, why they're still here. He cares about the parts department and is good at what he does. Brian also pops off with some midday off-the-wall jokes that help break up the day. You're always welcome on extension 1001. You can call me for those too. Brian always helps answer any parts questions or concerns I have, and if he doesn't know the answer, he finds out as soon as he can and gets back to me as soon as possible. I thought that this was probably the most poignant remark of all of them. Brian keeps me online and is always helpful. He's super organized through and thorough and made sure I understood everything from the part side of being an advisor. Brian works very hard and pushes us to get great deals in parts to keep our repair costs down. So congratulations, Brian, on 2020 Parts Department Employee of the Year. Everyone give him a round of applause. Is the All-Make Service Department Employee of the Year goes to Greg Saxon. Greg. There's that $1 million smile. That's okay, turn around. These are all the comments that they said about you, your teammates. They're all positive. And I'll make sure that you get a copy of that, but I wanted to highlight a few of the things that they said about you. Right? Greg is amazing. He takes the workload service and has here at Imports and thrives. I always go to him for questions and concerns, and he manages well. Greg is always friendly and takes the extra time to stop and explain any vehicle issues in great detail to me. He's been helping me with everything anytime I needed to make sure I can do the best I can. Greg is always there. He takes the heat and rolls with it. He goes out his way to help. Greg has remarkable communication with imports. He has help getting cars looked at and repaired on short notice. Greg has a great attitude and has been willing to do anything he can to assist imports. Greg is just so awesome. He has McMOAG attitude that everyone else should have. So congratulations on the All-Make Service Employee of the Year in 2023. And we have 4 awards that are left, and these are the ones that are company-wide awards that you wanted to recognize. Of everyone in the company, you wanted to recognize these people. So the first person that you wanted to recognize as the company-wide Outstanding Team Player of the Year Award. This award goes to the one person who exemplifies the best of the best team player. The one who ensures that everyone in the company is successful. And one that you said in the year 2020 exemplifies that is Brandon Schultz. Brandon. Here's what your coworker said about you. I'm going to just highlight a few things. Brandon is involved in a ton of things and lots of personal development this year with wholesale, auctions, and managing the lot tax. Brandon is always eager to get things done. He doesn't complain. He's always rolling up his sleeves to cover down when one of his guys go down. Brandon will be we'll get to that. Brandon is always a little anxious, isn't he? Okay, so Brandon will be fun to see him continue to grow and continue to contribute to the company. Brandon always is helping to make sure the cars get moved and booked out along with many other tasks he completes every day. He's always here before anyone else. And yes, Brandon runs his ass off the entire time he's here. He knows everything about the company and he puts his heart into everything he is asked to do, and he keeps a great attitude. Brandon is a company man and always has the best in mind for the company, no matter if it is managing our vehicle inventory or backstopping allotment. And this, Brandon, is probably exemplifies it the most. You can always count on Brandon to get any task completed, which makes him an outstanding team player. So congratulations on your award, Brandon. Thank you. Company-wide MVP award. This one, a person who best exemplifies the best of the best. This company-wide award goes to the individual who this year demonstrated exemplary performance and contributions to the company, the McMOAG Crusade, and to the staff. The person that you wanted to recognize for this company-wide MVP award is Nancy Atencio. Nancy. So Nancy, congratulations. I said before there were 2 pages, there's actually 3, and this is what else they said about you regarding this award that your teammates wanted to recognize you with for the MVP award, just because Nancy is such a rock star. Dealing with all the nonsense of this year, she keeps going and is a very good asset to the company. Nancy really holds things together. I know probably several employees had a huge challenge holding things together during the COVID shutdown in April. As far as it involved me, I know Nancy likely had a huge challenge and conquered that challenge. Thank you, Nancy. She keeps us all in line while quietly managing an office staff that that supports the entire team. Nancy manages her job so well while balancing every necessity she needs from the employees. She is a miracle worker in my eyes. So congratulations on your work, Nancy. We really appreciate everything you do for our company. So, the Winner Circle of Excellence Award is a premier award for winning performance and excellence in their profession. So this is an award that is a special award. Tom, if you'll turn that around. And you wanted to select Beth Niley for this award. So Beth, would you please come on? Congratulations, Beth. Here's all the things that they had said about you, the reasons why they wanted to make sure that you were presented with the Winner Circle of Excellence Award. So I'm going to read just a few comments. I'll get the rest of them to you today. The comments are, I appreciate Beth's let's get this done together presentation. But it hits a nail on the head. I benefited from her encouragement to excel and commitment to relational as well as performance goals. Beth makes sure that everyone in various departments is successful in their position so that they can contribute to the overall success of the company. I love her work ethic and attitude. I think everyone could agree with that. I can go to her with any question or concern. Beth is always awesome. She always makes me feel appreciated. She stepped in and filled some really big shoes and has pulled not only the admin team together, but pulled the entire organization together. She's always willing to listen and help out no matter what the department is. Beth is a great mentor, a great trainer, and an overall nice person. And I love her uplifting and positive energy. So congratulations on the Winner Circle of Excellence Award for 2020, Beth. Thank you. We have the 2020 Company-Wide Employee of the Year. This award goes to the person that you wanted to recognize that goes above and beyond the expectations of the McMOAG Crusade. This person ensures the success of his or her team and the entire company. So the 2020 Company-Wide Employee of the Year goes to Neil White. Neil? So Neil, if you'll turn around, as the company-wide employee year, here's what they said about it.
Go Cowboy!
Yeah. And Neil, for those of you that may know, Neil has an incredible job being in charge of multi-million dollars worth of parts, a lot of parts moving in and out. They may be as small as a tiny screw, or as big as an entire engine, or sometimes almost half a car. And the way he's been able to keep track of that and has done such an incredible job, has really grown into that position, and you've absolutely mastered it. In addition to that, Neil also is a key advisor in our company and fixed operations, which I know Dominic, Brett, and Matt would attest to as well. So here's what your teammates said about you. I'm going to hit just a few of the highlights. Neil has gone above and beyond to help get the parts pricing as low as possible to help mitigate the cost for us. Neil seems like he's always making tweaks and improving his department. Neil helps training new people on how to build correctly and with us older ones when we make mistakes when building. Neil is a helpful person. He's happy to get things done. Neil is always communicating with the admin team. He's on top of what is coming in and out of the parts department. How many transactions do you handle in a month? In and out?
We probably generate 600 deals.
Yeah, but in and out, I would say you're looking at probably thousands in a month. He's always helps get our parts and is super helpful. He's always there to answer the customer's questions. He's always available to take calls. Neil is the backbone of getting our car set up for success. So with that, Neil, congratulations on the company-wide award. And in addition to that, here's a crisp $100
Turn off the
bill.
video, my wife won't know.
All right. So just recapping for everyone, sometimes when you're climbing the mountains, as if we went out here and climbed this mountain out to the west of us, we'd be climbing, and we'd be looking up about seeing how far we still need to go. But then you take a rest, and you look back down, and you see how far that you've come. And the people look like ants, and cars look like little matchback box cars, and then you say, gee whiz, I actually climbed a long way. So talking about that, we want to just review the fact that we were the first dealer in 70 years of Colorado independent auto dealers to ever be selected as the state quality dealer of the year twice. We are national champions because out of 37,892 dealers in the entire United States, they picked us, much like many of you today were picked by your peers. They picked us as the National Quality Dealer of the Year because we best exemplified, they felt, we best exemplified what a true quality dealer is in being #1 in the nation. Just to give you an idea, with that National Quality Dealer of the Year award, that out of 74 years, this June will be 75 years of NIADA, there are only 20 National Quality Dealer of the Year recipients. The CEO of NIADA wanted me to let you know that the National Quality Dealer of the Year award is for our lifetime, and the prestige or significance of this award can and never will diminish with age or importance. We've been recognized by the Colorado State House of Representatives and the Colorado State Senate for being a National Quality Dealer of the Year. Brandon, you can move if you want. The sun, I don't know if that's a moment, as the sun is or what. Of course, Mike Martinez is right behind me. He's trying to hug this spotlight that God's shining down right there. For 7 years, and once again for 2020, so for 7 years, we've been at Gazette 7 years in a row, back to back. Gazette Telegraph's best #1 used car dealer for the military, and one of the best used car dealers for Colorado Springs. In 2015, we became, and also each year for 5 years, the Engines List Super Service Award. For 7 years, we've been the McCloskey Motors Dealer Rater Consumer Satisfaction Award with a 91% recommendation rating. For 3 years in a row, and they came up with this program 3 years ago, we're the Gazette Telegraph's best workplaces. 3 years in a row, McCloskey Motors was voted and selected and awarded the Better Business Bureau Excellence in Customer Satisfaction Award. This award is notable because not only did we win it for the first time 3 years ago, and during that time, we were the only dealer in the 26-year history of the Better Business Bureau Excellence in Customer Service Award. We were the only independent dealer in the entire country to ever receive this award. And you have won that award back to back 3 years in a row. No other independent dealer in the history of their Better Business Bureau Excellence in Customer Service Award has ever achieved such a goal. So congratulations. Diamond top performing partner with Capital One, we of course maintain a Better Business Bureau A+ rating. We have celebrated 31 years of being in business. So 31 years ago, Ian, would you please stand up? 31 years ago. You may have seen our commercial where she's talking about how when we started out with one light bulb and no phone. It literally was when I opened up the garage. We were in the garage in an alley, and I said, okay, well, here it is. It's kind of a rough, sketchy place. And I flung open the garage door, and I said, this is our future. And there's one light bulb hanging on the screen. It's a true story. And no phone was back then. All we had were 31 years ago, they didn't have cell phones. So I called the phone company and tried to get her phone in, and they said, sorry, your trunk line's full. So we didn't have a phone. But they had just come out with a thing called a pager. And so that it's not a matter of lack of resources, it's resourcefulness, and we use that pager to help launch our company. By the way, Tom was in the playpen, so again, we'd help detail the cars, and Tom was in the playpen at that point. So then that's where he learned to start vacuuming. So he literally grew up in the business. A few years ago, one of our missions was to improve our online reviews. So when we started out on our journey, we had 145 reviews. Today, we have over 10,000 reviews. Tom talks about quite often, we're actually on the lake of Disney World, Disneyland. We improved our ratings. Last year, our Parent Center has 148 reviews, Google reviews, a 5-star rating. Trucktown has 3,700 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating. Imports has 3,700 reviews, 4.6-star rating. Joe's Car Truck has 300 reviews and 4.6-star rating. We also have multiple 500 dealer rated reviews, thousands of Yelp reviews. Yelp, we're down at the bottom because we're not paying a fee for that. Last year we spent over $21,000 in review money. So if you're not paying attention to the review program, everybody that qualifies, you take advantage of that. So all those achievements all culminate up into one thing. And that is that our team has for 6 years back to back been on a McMOAG shopping spree. So we want to thank everyone, every department, all the technicians, detailers, admin, lotmen, sales, BDC, management, and has helped the company grow to where it is today. And I and Tom want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being a part of our team. And I will tell you, Tom will be talking about the future, and the 2020 future does look definitely bright. I will tell you, just for me, been at this a little bit long time, and we've been through, we would think, just anything that they could throw at us. And all starting out back, I've been in the car business pretty close to 50 years, believe it or not. 50 years, oh my God. 50 years. And been through a lot. If you go back through history, I won't tell you about all the war stories. I will tell you one thing though. I will tell you this. And that is that we ordain our own destiny. And I love being an independent dealer because it doesn't matter what anybody says or does. We can always persevere, we stay focused on what we do, and I truly believe where focus goes, energy flows. So I'm looking forward to an exciting 2021 year. So without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Tom.
I promise we're almost done. So this year, this is our 31 year in business. We're about ready to celebrate our 32nd year in business. But there's nothing more important than the number 70. That's the number of individuals, people, you guys, that make up the McCloskey Motors team, the McCloskey Motors family. Here are a few more numbers. We could not have been in business for 32 years in 3 locations if it weren't for each and every one of you. Each one of you adds something to define who we are as McCloskey Motors. We are the leaders in the industry, yes, but we are so much more. Enough about the numbers, let's talk about words. Work ethic, integrity, team players, passionate, efficient, knowledgeable, and craftsman. The words above describe us as McCloskey Motors. They describe us, it's what makes us tick. It's what drives our passion. It is the heart of McCloskey Motors. And these words describe you. Why do people do business with us, with a Manny, a Chris, a Ray, Patrick, Eric, Jessica, Erica, Angie, Dominic, Mike, Greg, Brian, just to name a few. It's because these people and all of you understand the importance of treating others with respect, being sincere and honest, and we know how important that is. With our work ethic and passion, it's to be driven to come to work and work hard each and every day for the McMOAG Crusade. You're not only working for yourself, you're working for your teammates. We're all team players. Getting one more sale, one more hour of service, one more phone call, it makes a difference in McMOAG. And work ethic and passion, it helps us become efficient and knowledgeable, achieving the productivity with minimum wasted effort and expense, being intelligent, well-informed, and above all being above and beyond the competition, so that we can continue to be leaders in the industry. This leads us all to become craftsmen in what we do. We think of craftsmen as a person skilled in a particular craft of selling and servicing cars and processing a car deal. Even though craftsmanship has been lost in our society, it hasn't been lost here at McCloskey Motors. You keep your art and your profession alive and vibrant because of who you are, and always striving to be better than yesterday. One thing you notice about these words is they're virtues, and they can't be taught, and we can't train them in a classroom. They are part of what makes up each and every one of you. It's your core, and it's the core and values that make us tick and drive us to the next level. I'm not sure if it's your upbringing or your genes, for sure, but people with these virtues are the people we want on our team and in our family. The keys to winning McMOAG 2021 is very simple. It's doing business one way, our way, the McCloskey way. Master the basics and perform at a level 10. Train, test, and role play. Train to a highest level of standard, to where your training is higher than the competition's highest level of training. Be deal makers, make business happen, sell cars and trucks. It's a today business. We need to cross-promote, sell, and train the appearance center, sales, and service departments. We saw last year when one department goes down, it does affect the other. And more importantly, we must have an unrelenting focus on winning the McMOAG Crusade. Identifying what makes us tick is important because it lays the groundwork for who we are, where we are going, and how we're going to get there. We're on a path to take us to places we have never been before, and things we have not achieved before. We're on a path to send us and drive us to wherever we want to go. It's a very exciting time at McCloskey Motors, and I'm proud that each and every one of you are on our team. So for the next 32 years, I'm driven to make this the best 32 years that we've ever had. And I hope every one of you will join me for the exciting ride. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming today. Congratulations to each and every one of you for your awards, your time in service awards. Also, don't forget the gift shop's pretty cool. So if you haven't been in there, please buy something and help support the Fly W. And when we're done here, go right to work. But here's to winning the McMOAG 2021 and for the next 32 years. And Mike, of course, you've been really good at doing the McMOAG, so why don't you lead everybody out on it?
All right, hands in. McMOAG